Welcome to i-nastava. This is an English lesson for the first grade of secondary school. The topic of our today's lesson is jobs and personality traits. My name is Anita Živković and I will be your teacher for the day. At the end of our today's lesson, you'll be asked to write a paragraph describing your personality traits. Before we start the lesson, make sure you've prepared everything you need: a notebook or a piece of paper, a pen or a pencil, and your smartphone or laptop connected to the internet. Of course, you can pause the video anytime. Ready for the first task today? Set your stopwatch for 1 minute and think of as many jobs as you can. Pause the video and write them down. Ready, steady, go. Time has run out. How many jobs have you written down? I'll bet more than 20. To see my list, you'll have to follow the link provided on the left-hand side of this slide. But it's not going to be that easy. The jobs I have come up with are written as anagrams, words or phrases spelled with the same letters but in a different order, and your task is to unscramble the given words. So these are the jobs: designer, plumber, pay attention to the spelling, it's Plumber, pilot, teacher, doctor, electrician, CEO, journalist, secretary, nurse. By the way, did you know that many writers use anagrams to unveil the word's hidden meanings while writing mystery novels? So what makes a good teacher or a great journalist? Is their personality, of course, not their looks. The better your character traits match with your career, the more productive and positive your job performance will be. Now think about these people for a minute: a teacher, a journalist, a CEO, a secretary. What character features should they have in particular? Try to think of at least 3 adjectives which describe positive character traits needed for each of the 4 jobs. And here are the adjectives I chose. A good teacher should be enthusiastic, patient, and supportive. A good journalist should be trustworthy, energetic, talkative. A CEO, decisive, respectful, tactful. A secretary, reliable, efficient, and polite. Personality traits are not always positive. Here is a list of 15 adjectives and 3 categories. The adjectives are bossy, hardworking, rude, arrogant, bad-tempered, careless, even-tempered, respectful, easygoing, aggressive, efficient, sociable, diligent, neglectful, and cool-headed. And the categories are adjectives connected to attitude to work, adjectives connected with temperament, and adjectives connected with relationships. Your task is to decide what category each of the adjectives belongs to and whether it describes a positive or a negative character trait. And here is the answer key. Adjectives connected to attitude to work are hardworking, efficient, careless, diligent, and neglectful. Hardworking describes a positive personality trait, efficient, positive, careless, negative, diligent, positive, and neglectful, negative. Adjectives connected with temperament: even-tempered, easygoing, bad-tempered, aggressive, and cool-headed. Even-tempered describes a positive personality trait, easygoing. Positive, bad-tempered. Negative, aggressive. Negative and cool-headed, positive. And the last category, adjectives connected with relationships: bossy, arrogant, respectful, sociable, and rude. Bossy describes a negative personality trait, arrogant, negative, respectful, positive, sociable, positive, and finally rude, negative. Adjectives are not the only way to describe people and their character traits. Therefore, I've created a quiz with some expressions and idioms used to describe someone's personality and character, and we are going to take it together now. It's a short 10-question quiz. Each question features 4 possible answers. I'll read the question and you have a couple of seconds to take your pick. Ready? Here is the first question. A bad individual who negatively impacts an entire group of people is called a rotten pear, banana, apple, or plum. The correct answer is C, apple. A man who can do many different jobs is Jack of all trades, Bill of all trades, John of all trades, or Smith of all trades. The correct answer is A, Jack of all trades. And a woman who can do many different jobs is Kathy of all trades, Sandy of all trades, Jackie of all trades, or Jill of all trades. The correct answer is D, Jill of all trades. Someone who criticizes other people but who does not have any proper experience of the activity the other people are doing is an armchair critic, a couch critic, a sofa critic, or a chair critic. The correct answer is A, armchair critic. An annoying person who thinks that other people are less intelligent is called smart. Sheldon, Alec, Harry, or George. The correct answer is B, smart Alec. If you've decided to make an effort to improve your work or behavior because it is not good enough, it means that you've decided to pull your sleeves up, trousers up, socks up, or shirt up. The correct answer is C. It means you've decided to pull your socks up. A very hard-working, enthusiastic employee is an eager fox, hamster, mole, or beaver. The correct answer is D. We are talking about an eager beaver. A person who wakes up early and arrives to work before the usual time is an early worm, bee, bird, or ant. The correct answer is C, bird. The 9th question. Someone who has greater abilities than he shows or other people are aware of is a dark horse, wolf, bear, or sheep. The correct answer is A, a dark horse. And the last question, which body part do you work to the bone if you work extremely hard? A, your nails, B, your fingers, C, your hands, or D, your arms? The correct answer is B, your fingers. I hope it was both educational and fun. And what about the extraordinary men who have completely changed the way we live and work? We call them geniuses. What about their attitude towards work and the world? And their personality traits? Of course, they are all extremely smart, right? But the definition of a genius isn't limited to intelligence quotient. It goes well beyond just being smart. Let's watch a short video about the electrical wizard who lit up the world, and after you've seen the video, we'll talk about his character traits. I believe you've all recognized Nikola Tesla. In the following activity, you'll be given 8 statements from the video, and your task is to think of an adjective for each statement which best describes Tesla's personality. The first statement is, he needed no models, drawings, or experiment. He could picture his inventions all as real in his mind. So the adjectives are imaginative, or creative, detailed. He was fascinated by the world around him. He was curious or inquisitive. He came to America with the drawing of an idea for a flying machine and a strong belief in himself. He was self-confident. He followed through on his ideas, often working 20 hours a day. He was hardworking or diligent. He invested all his money into experiments. So he was unselfish or generous. And many times his designs were declined for being too costly, too risky, or too complicated, but he wouldn't give up. He was persistent or determined. And what about you and your personality traits? Perhaps very soon you'll be applying for a summer job, and knowing what you are good at, being aware of your strengths but weaknesses as well, may help you make a great first impression on your future employer. Questions such as, how would you describe yourself, or tell me about yourself, should come as no surprise. Your future employer wants to know if your character has a strong sense of duty or whether you are timely or not, how you work or what it might be for others to work with you. And that's exactly what you're going to do in the following task. Take time to reflect on yourself and then select 5 traits. 4 traits you think are your top qualities and 1 trait you consider to be your weakness. And write a paragraph of about 100 to 120 words. To make it easier for you, I've prepared some common ways to start a sentence when talking about your personality traits. So I find myself, I'd like to believe I. Some would say that and I believe. Some would say that but I think. I have. I would like to think that And if you want to show the degree to which something is true or how strong it is, use qualifiers. Quite, rather, pretty, a bit, a little. And here is the checklist. Make sure you stay within the limit of 100 to 120 words. Make sure you mention at least 4 positive personality traits and 1 negative personality trait. Provide examples or justifications for each of the traits. Use useful phrases to start a sentence. And use quantifiers. And before the end of the lesson, please write 3 positive adjectives to describe personality traits, 2 negative adjectives, and your negative trait that you've decided to change. Thank you for watching this video lesson. Bye-bye.